Thank you, President Blewett and board members, for having me here. A constitution founded on these principles introduces knowledge among the people and inspires them with a conscious dignity, becoming free men. A general emulation takes place, which causes good humor, sociability, good manners, and good morals to be general. That elevation of sentiment inspired by such a government makes the common people brave and enterprising. That ambition which is inspired by it makes them sober, industrious, and frugal. John Adams, Thoughts on Government, 1776. In the Bill of Rights of the Constitution of the United States, it is written that every American citizen has the right to practice whichever religion they choose, express their concern through speech and press, assemble and petition, and the right to a fair trial. By that information alone, we can agree that we are assembled here peacefully because it is our constitutional right. All of us here today are extremely diverse on many levels. There are differences in religion, work ethic, financial status, ethnicity, and political views. The list goes on and on. How is it that with one document written by a few astounding minds, our nation was conceived as we know it today? Did the framers of the Constitution know what exactly they were in for? This eloquently written document paved the way for our success. Our well-being today is influenced so greatly by what a few men thought was a fair compromise for an emerging nation 221 years ago. It is difficult for me to fathom the importance of the Constitution. It is easy to take for granted an old piece of paper with fancy writing. However, it is the reason that I have the privilege to be here and to be alive in such a fair nation. However, it is the reason that you are all allowed to sit in this room today. This morning when you woke up, after you showered and dressed, after you had your cup of coffee and read the paper, I bet that none of you thought to yourself, gee, thanks to the Third Amendment, I don't have to worry about soldiers coming in here and seizing my tasty cup of coffee. Or, that James Madison, he really knew what he was thinking when he wrote that I could read this newspaper. Free press. Yeah, that's okay. I didn't think that this morning either. Instead, I woke up and thought to myself, oh yeah, school. Why, though? Education is such a privilege, as are our simple freedoms that other human beings in other parts of the world are not even allowed to think about. As I mentioned a moment ago, education is a fine freedom indeed. There's a quote stated by John Adams, and it says this: "Children should be educated and instructed in the principles of freedom." He says this in defense of the Constitution. The Founding Fathers obviously meant for future generations to be granted freedoms in education. Education is our privilege, yes, but more importantly, it is our right. Infants, children, and teens, they all need a way to express themselves. I am truly grateful for the education I've had throughout my life. Currently, I am a student at Milwaukee High School of the Arts, and I think there's something really special about being able to connect my artistic passion with my passion for learning and growing in an enriched environment. Given my financial circumstances at home, I would not have been able to grow as a dancer, actress, writer, or singer without the help of the wonderful teachers at MHSA. We youth here in Milwaukee have a great opportunity to nourish our minds with quality education provided by many MPS schools. School, education, learning, they are all catalysts for our society's children to be instructed in the principles of freedom. The Constitution, it wasn't just thrown together overnight, nor was it composed within a few days like one of my homework assignments. On the contrary, it was drafted and redrafted and redrafted, a process that lasted 4 months. These men worked effortlessly, diligently, passionately to make this country a comfortable place for us to live in. Similarly, it will take that same work ethic for teachers, students, and parents alike, to cooperatively provide an education that will change the world. And finally, after much commitment, the last draft of the Constitution was signed on September 17th, 1787. And every year we commemorate that special day by dubbing September 17th as Constitution Day. I thank God every day for my family, friends, talents, and wonderful freedoms. Constitution Day is just another day, I suppose, but we should try to remember that many people sacrificed many important things in order to ensure our life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We must have the courage to unite in a cause that has been and is so dear to this nation. Together, with gratitude, we can solve our problems for a better community, for the Founding Fathers, and for the future leaders of America. Thank you.